Hi Leo, welcome to my channel. My name is Adela. I'm an intuitive tarot card reader, but I use as well astrology and numerology and psychology to make these readings for you. And this is the fourth video that I'm doing. No, the fifth video that I'm doing for this channel. And I will do a reading for 2020 for the sign of Leo. I will choose a card for each of the months, and I want to choose them here so you can see them. Then I will sit with them for a while, think about them, find the highest meaning of the reading, and then come back to you and do that reading for you with a little bit of advice that I as well extract from other sources that help me in my daily life and in conducting my life in the future. So let's start first by choosing the cards. Just to understand a little bit what's happening in the skies for next year, 2020. It will be an amazing year for most of the signs, for all of us, because the planets and the environment in the skies, it's pushing us through necessary changes. And Jupiter, the planet of good luck, good fortune, expansion, has moved into Capricorn in December 2019 and will stay there until December 2020 to move then further to Aquarius. And in the sign of Capricorn, Jupiter is joining Pluto and Saturn, who have been there already. They have been asking all of us to make changes, deep changes in our characters, personality, and a deeper awareness of the self. And Jupiter, which is the fastest moving planet of these three planets, it's sort of pushing us to do the last changes. So the energies of these planets, they are being filtered by the sign of Capricorn in 2020. And in 2019, Jupiter was in the sign of Sagittarius, which is a fire sign, which is more suitable with you. So maybe in 2019 you have experienced more energetic changes within yourself, because that energy of Jupiter has been filtered through Sagittarius, while now in Capricorn it will be much more difficult for you. Or let's say the changes that you will have to make in yourself will be not so natural to you. So you'd have to force yourself in a way to do the work that you have to do and to take the last steps of the changes that you have been doing last year or the years before. And Saturn as well is a planet that is more like a teacher and a tester, so it has been sending a lot of tests to you in the last year, and this year will really Saturn will be sending us tests again that we have to pass, and by these tests we will gain knowledge, but we will get rid as well of old habits and old ways that are not anymore serving us. And Jupiter and the other planets are transiting in the 6th house for you, because Capricorn is 6th house away from your house of Leo, and the 6th house for you, I mean not only for you but for everyone, the 6th house rules work, health, working relationship, health, personal health, and the relationships all around you with relatives and friends and working environment. But like the most two important topics for you next year will be work and health. Work environment and health environment. And at the bottom of the deck you have the 8 of Cups, which is a card that I will be keeping here because I think it's important. This is the energy that is underlying your reading. And 8 of Cups, it's a card about moving on. A cup of leaving behind things that are not anymore serving you. Things that are not that are keeping you from developing further. And as you see this person here, we see only his back. He doesn't really know where he is going, but he's trusting that the only possibility for him is to go further. There is no possibility for him to stay where he is. So going into the unknown, it's much more safer and yeah, it's much more satisfactory than staying where you are. But it's not an entirely unknown path, because we have still the moon there, which makes light, maybe not as much light as the sun, but still it's a full moon. But it's as well related to some deep work and deeper meaning that this journey of yours it's taking, or what is driving you further. It's a deeper meaning. So keep in mind this energy, because this is the energy that you will have to go back to all the time. And I will use this for the reading as well. But it's about leaving behind things that no longer serve you, that are not healthy for you. Be it related to health or working environment or relationships. In January, you have the 5 of Swords card. So the 5 of Swords and the energy of January, for me, it's more like an energy of the past. So it's not maybe related directly to January, but it's just like there, it stands there for what you have been going through so far, or it's like the energy that you are entering 2020. And For me, like the first meaning of this card is winning the argument but losing your friends. So sometimes we, when discussing or when doing something or a project, we want to win with all costs, and we maybe winning the argument, and maybe getting the results that we wanted to get, but then we do that with the costs of losing our collaborators or losing our friends or losing the other people that are communicating and having a discussion with us. And we are happy maybe, but this happiness, it's ego related happiness, and you are lonely in that. But the other meanings of this card is because this person has 1, 2 swords, 3, and almost the 2 other swords. So, and we see the other people there defeated. They are not dead or something. They just don't want to play anymore. So this situation can as well happen when you are in an environment where you actually are better than the people around you. And they are not to be blamed for that, but it's just that you are so good, you win, you end up winning all the time. But in the moment when you keep winning all the time, you are not learning anymore. So you, even like here, this person, this character, it's bigger than the scenery around him. So you have been growing bigger than the environment around you, and the environment around you, it's not anymore challenging for you. So you keep on getting satisfaction from something that you already know, you are good enough, you are better than anybody, and you are staying there just because you are winning all the time, but you are not growing. So that is the energy of this card and the energy of January and the past. You seem to be in an environment where you have been grown bigger than the environment, and you are actually getting bored now from that environment. And that environment, it's not really challenging you to grow because you are winning all the time. So you need new challenges. And that is the surroundings around you. We have the clouds here in this card, and the clouds are important for this reading because they will show up in different occasions. Yeah, and it's like you are even looking away from these clouds because these clouds can be a challenge for you, like can be the next challenge for you, but you are not dealing with them. You are dealing instead of these people, with these people and with this game that you already played 1,000 times. So this is the relationship in your working environment or in your friendship, but I will take this as a working environment. I think this is a work related reading, and because of the transit in your 6th house, I think it's related to that. In February, you have the Lovers card, which is a very beautiful card, and I love it so much. And the Lovers, it's about, of course, it's about a union, it's about love, it's about partnership. But most of all, it's about a union within yourself. It's about a good place that we all have to achieve. That union within ourselves of the feminine and the masculine, and that union with the higher self. And as we see here, the clouds are between these two people, so they are not looking away from the clouds. And here the clouds have a much more friendly shape than here, turbulent clouds. So these people have been dealing with the clouds, and the clouds are in between them and are in this card, as it is the sun, as it is the landscape, as it is the fire, as it is nature. So it's a card of completion, and it's a card of healthy relationship with yourself, within yourself. And it's a balanced card, because yeah, it's about balance. 6 as well are about balance. The Lovers, it's a duality, so it's a balanced card. So this, and it's a card about taking a decision too. But for me, in your reading, this is like a healthy relationship that you have with yourself and within yourself. So when you have been doing the work with yourself, within yourself already, and whenever you are with yourself, or maybe you have some kind of happy place that you go to when you are alone and you know how to take care of yourself, this is that card. And somehow this card, or this peace that you have with yourself, it's not reflected in the environment around you. The environment around you, it's a 5, and your inner peace, your inner environment, it's a 6. It's already one step ahead of your environment, which is good, because we cannot do the work outside at our working environment, at our relationship, if we don't do the work within ourselves. So you have been doing this work, and if you have not been completing it, keep on doing it. Take care of your health, especially. Maybe this is even like a time that you need in order to get away from this, in order to walk away from this situation, to grow, to move on. You need to be in this kind of environment to take a decision to move on. So be aware of this energy, of these conditions. These are the conditions from where you want to feel yourself and to build the environment around you. Now in March you have the 5 of Pentacles, and it's interesting because we have the 5 in January, the 6 in February, and then 5 again in March. And 5 of Pentacles has to do with your finances. So not even your environment, it's not anymore satisfactory, or it's not challenging you in terms of knowledge and achievements. It looks like, as well as your environment and work, it's not even satisfying you in terms of income. And 5 here, it's a place of not being happy with where you are. And it's a little bit of victim card, victimhood card. It's the same as this, although this is more like arrogance. This is more like feeling a victim of a situation. But they come from the same place within. And yeah, I keep on thinking that you are not happy with your environment. And the problem is that until now you maybe have been you have been blaming the environment and your collaborators and the universe and the situations about how you feel. Because like I think you are this person, I feel like you are this person, which is in company of another person, but the second person is just even more slow and more sick and has much more problems than you. At least you have 2 feet and can walk, and you are taller, and but you keep the company of these people. They make you slow down. And here we have this church, which is the environment, which has 5 pentacles. 5, it's not a bad number. It's just a number that we have to go through. It is a completion in itself, like the 5 fingers of a hand. It's a lot of power. It's half of our power. At least you can make a fist with it and break through something. But here as well, you are unhappy with what you have been achieving so far. With your income, it feels like you are not achieving as much as you want to achieve in terms of income too. And you are blaming the environment. And the thing is, if you have to be strong enough to leave an environment, if it's not working for you, because it's problematic. When you keep on appearing in that environment, you influence the environment, but the environment influences you as well. So if this is a working condition, like keep on staying in this working with these people, with this environment, even if you are not satisfied and you are not growing and you are not achieving and it's not challenging, and that energy of blaming the environment keeps you in the environment. In the moment when you decide to leave, then you are doing something about it. In April, you have the 4 of Wands, which is a beautiful card, and it's actually a card of foundations, grounded energy. So this is an energy that you want to go towards. And here we see 2 people, a lot of people. So this is like this might as well be a working environment, but maybe this is your family. This is the friends around you. This is like a happy moment. These are your foundation. Because as I see here in the Lovers, the relationship within yourself, or maybe the relationship within a partnership, it's satisfactory for you. So you get energy from that. And maybe this is your home or your family, which gives you as well support. And you want to use the energies that you get when you are with yourself, or when you are with your family or a foundation group of friends who actually give you these hints of how you want to feel as well in your work. Because if you have this relationship with yourself or with your partner, if you have this beautiful energy at your home or with your family, Why is your working environment like this? And I think your working environment is like that, and nothing bad in that. It's because you have been growing. You have become bigger than this environment. So you have to bring your working environment and collaborations at the same vibration as the lovers and the Four of Wands, or like this inner relationship to yourself or your partnership, your love, romantic partnership, and your family. So the fours are something to look for. The four is the foundation. You already have this foundation. So see where this foundation is, what it means to you, and take this foundation as your trampoline to start you, to push you, and maybe you just need the support of your partners and your friends and your family to do this change in your career. I think your career is changing drastically. Because in May you have the 4 as well, which is the Emperor. And the Emperor in this case, it's Aries energy, is an initiator, it's power energy. And the Emperor is looking at this situation. So maybe the Emperor is somebody you go to for advice or counseling about what to do in your career. It's maybe a father figure as well. It can be a psychoanalyst, it can be an advisor, it can be a coach, but it's somebody who has these foundations too, as we see it here. It's maybe your boss too. And you just go there and talk to your boss and say, listen, I'm not feeling, I know I have it, I know I'm taking care of this situation, and I do my work well. I'm not satisfied. I want to grow. I want challenges. Advise me. And it's maybe a time for you to let go and grow, move on from this past job or working environment, or maybe by talking to this person, you get into a better place within the work environment. But it looks like you will be leaving this working environment. And this may be as well an energy that you want to take. You have been feeling maybe this energy last year when Jupiter was in Sagittarius, and you wanna use this energy as well. Maybe look at somebody in your field that you respect and just get motivated. But the Emperor as well is, it's like a seat of power. So you need some power. You have to find the source of power for yourself. And maybe it's a higher power. It doesn't mean that it's a physical person. Spirit, Mother Nature, God, whatever you believe in a higher power, you need that to, when we all are making big changes, we need that kind of power. It is impossible, and it is this power here. It's the higher self, whatever this higher self is for you, and you have had insight in that realization before or when you are with yourself, please just be aware of that and take it out in your everyday life, because you will need this energy to make those changes, to go further. In June, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Yes, and for me, the Wheel of Fortune always means something unpredicted. You didn't know that this will happen to you. I mean, you were guessing that maybe you will change and things will change, but this is like a decision to give yourself time out of a certain condition, because in order to make those changes, we don't go it's like we don't want to go from one relationship to the next one. We close a relationship, or in the best case, we close a working relationship as well. We take some time out to realize who we are without these structures around us. And in this time, things are happening to us. But this time, it's like the Wheel of Fortune. It's like we don't really know what is happening to us. And we should allow ourselves to have this freedom without fear, and understand that this freedom, this Wheel of Fortune moment where everything is possible, it's our it's the same important as being at work, as being in a relationship, as working with something that we know. It's equally important and relevant to work, to be in something, in a situation that we don't know. Because by being free in a way, you have the possibility to open yourself up to other possibilities. And when I say free, it doesn't mean you don't do anything. It means you take a vacation, because you've been working so long, for so much time, you have been with people, you have been in a relationship, you go somewhere to a place that you always wanted to go. Or let's say you always wanted to read the Bible, I don't know, or some other religious book. Like, I want to read the Bible. I haven't read it yet, but like, I know I will have to take some time to read it. Why? Because it's like one of the most important books of the human history. And the Bhagavad Gita and the Quran, it's not that I'm religious. It's just that, okay, maybe I can get some hints from there. So you want to do something that may give you some hints. Or maybe you always wanted to sing. And maybe singing, it's not your career, but this wish of you of singing has something for you. It will teach you something. Like, for example, singing, it's very related to breathing and to awareness of the body. So through something that you are interested in, you learn something else. So the Wheel of Fortune is there as a moment in June to take time out of what you do normally and to open yourself up to an unknown situation. And what strikes me in this card is that all these characters here are reading a book. That's why I'm saying you maybe want to read something that you always wanted to read, because you might get some insight from that. And it's important for these big changes to have that higher source, which the Emperor might be representing, with you, to find the connection, to find your way to relate to a higher source. In July, you have the Magician, which is beautiful, especially after the Wheel of Fortune. this moment of openness and air, and here you have the clouds as well, you see. So the clouds are surrounding the Wheel of Fortune now. You are not anymore neglecting the clouds. The clouds are in the picture now. You want to see through the clouds, but first you have to go through the clouds. And in July, the Magician, which is number 1 of the major arcana, the first card of the major arcana is the Fool, and maybe like the Wheel of Fortune, it's a little bit like that moment of, okay, stepping out somewhere, taking a leap of faith into an unknown moment. And it's followed by the Magician, which is the number 1. And the Magician is somebody that is here for you. It's like you are manifesting a new path for yourself, alone, with the knowledge that you have achieved so far. And it's a manifestation that is related to all the fields in your life. But because this is now more and more becoming a work-related reading, these are the things that you want to include and have in your work. Because here you only have the swords and not enough. Here you are thinking about the coins and still you don't have enough. And here you have a coin, you have a cup, you have a sword, and you have a wand. You have to manifest that path for your career where you can have all the things that are important for you, and you can have it all. You can have it all, but normally the best way to approach what we want to do and what we want to have, it's not by having as a goal, okay, I want to have it all. Because the goal that you have, the path that you are following, has one destination. And it is actually very simple. It is the most simplification that you can get. But by getting there, you get all the other things. So manifest, as the Magician is manifesting here, and that's why these things are on the table. And in the hand, he has one entity and the sign of infinity. So manifest your path. What kind of work you want to do and why do you want to do it, and think of that higher purpose. So July, you are manifesting and you are showing up for yourself. And I mean, I like the Magician. Magician is as well, for me, a person of stage. You might be performing alone too. But be aware, because I'm saying it's a manifestation, it's like you don't have these things already in your life, in your work. You want to include them. So this is like an insight. Like the Magician, he goes on stage and he does magic on stage. When he goes out of stage, he does not have that magic. Maybe he does, we don't know, but that's his role. So this is this is where you start, but you want to end there where you don't have to perform something only on stage. You end up performing on stage what you perform in your everyday life. So your manifestation becomes your reality. In August, you have the 7 of Cups. And the 7 of Cups is a cups of possibilities, of different possibilities and different paths, but is as well a card of illusion. And here we have the clouds as well. So this person, it's not yet seeing through the clouds. He is dreaming in the clouds. This is as well for me like the Seven of Swords. It's a shortcut card. It's after you have manifested something and you think you have it all. It's like your ego fighting for its existence. So you might be a little bit, you might have these illusions of having it all or not knowing what to choose and thinking, oh, I'm already there. I'm already through the clouds and this is the reality. No, you are not through the clouds. See, the clouds are still there. It's just that these ideas and these possibilities have popped up, but you have to look through the clouds. Like here, through, you need this blue around you. And that's what I was saying with the manifestation. The magician has it all in his table and he wants to have it all, and it's okay to want to have it all, but just be aware that you get it all because you don't focus on what you want to have. You focus on where you want to go. And then the things unfold. Because when you have that higher purpose, reaching that higher purpose means that all your other needs will be satisfied. So be aware of this moment in August, not to fall into the trap of illusion, of shortcut, of being overtaken by the ego. Oh, I'm so great, I did it, I'm there, I can have it all, look at me, I managed to leave that situation, now I'm here. But it's an illusion, because you still have not, you are still in the process of identifying your path and the destination. It's a work that you have to do. This is a card of getting everything without doing the work. It's an illusion, because you can't get anything without doing the work. In September, you have the star. And this is beautiful because this is a destination. You see the star, it's like the star, it's always helping us to identify where we are. So they are so far away, but they always help us to know where we are and where we want to go. So in August, maybe it will become more clear where you want to go or what this star is for you. And it's a future related card. So this is something that you want to manifest that will be working for you in the future. So it's not something to take satisfaction in the moment, but it's something that you want to achieve long term. And that's the Capricorn energy. Long-term goals and working patiently towards these long-term goals. And it's a card of Aquarius, which is the next season. In 2021, Jupiter will be in Aquarius and Saturn will be in Aquarius, which will be big change as well. It's like a new area, anyway, a new decade. But these planets are moving into an air sign. And air sign gives expansion in another dimension. If Capricorn is asking us to build the foundation. Aquarius will give you the expansion of your project, of your work, of your relationship, of your goal. It will give you the needed air to expand. And for you as a fire sign, air can be good. It can be dangerous as well, because it can totally extinguish the fire. But without air, fire cannot exist. And with air, maybe you can expand more. So it's about a project that you want to do long term, and a project that you maybe want to go out in public next year in 2021. It's a wish card, and it's a wish fulfillment card. And I like it here because this character, this woman, is watering both the earth and the waters. So it's like you watering now the earth and the seeds that you have planted, but at the same time watering the idea of expanding that the water gives you. And working both internally and externally. You do this work parallel. You work from the inside and you work from the outside. And the work from the inside will give you results outside. In October, you have the Queen of Swords, which is nice as well because she is surrounded by clouds and she is wearing a vest with clouds. And she's the one cutting through the clouds. So from this moment on in October, you are cutting through. After you have taken the time to know what is that higher purpose, what is that big dream of imagining yourself or manifesting yourself in your work, and maybe having left behind unpleasant working situations. Now you are cutting, now you are opening your way. In October, you are already working on your project, on your idea, on your career. And it looks like you will be working alone, independently from others. And the sky is blue. You even see here, like in the cards from the second half of the year, the blue skies are there for you. In November, you are balanced. And it's a balance that even will bring you financial stability, because it's a Two of Coins. You don't have much, but that's okay. You don't have 5, you have 2 of Pentacles, but that's enough, because now you are in a new path, on your path. And even if waters are turbulent, or maybe this is the past, you are being balanced. And you have 2 now, but you have the sign of infinity, which is a promise of multiplying what you have. And it's the sign of infinity that the magician has as well in his head, above his head. So you are balanced, you are working. It's small, but it's your work. And you are balanced. And it's beautiful. In December, you have the 8 of Pentacles, which is a beautiful card. It's you being concentrated, you working on yourself, on your own, being independent. And I cannot wish more for you than this situation at the end of the year, because you started the year being egoistically happy and arrogant about a working environment, about something that was not challenging you. And this Five of Pentacles, of not being happy with income and with tangible things in your working environment. And you arrived in December with this energy. Being independent, working on yourself. These are projects, these are money, this is health, this is fitness, this is your hobbies, this is your passion. And this is somebody that is working because he knows he has to work for the future. And this is the energy that is launching you in 2021. You working independently on yourself. So this is a big year for your work. You will probably be independent, finally working on your project, on yourself. And yeah, and we will have 6 eclipses next year. Normally we have 4. So you will have several moments in the year that will give you the possibility to make the necessary changes. And I encourage you as well to May, June, but February as well, to start doing something, an activity that enables you to get in touch with your higher self or with the intuition, because you need that higher power to put yourself in another path, to make those changes that you wanted to make, to leave behind something that has not been working for you. And you are traveling light, you are not taking many things with you. Maybe you want to meditate or do yoga or active meditation or read some spiritual books. And I've been, for each of the signs, after I see their cards and think about their reading, I choose a prayer or an affirmation or a mantra that you can use throughout the year, and whenever you have these difficult moments, and that prayer is suited to your reading and to your needs. And I take the prayer from this beautiful book, Whispers from Eternity, from Paramahansa Yogananda, which is my spiritual guru, Indian guru who came to America in the 1920s and brought the teachings, spiritual teachings and self-realization teachings from India. And this book is edited by his disciple Swami Kriyananda. And I choose for you, Whispers from Eternity, it's eternal knowledge. I choose the prayer number 43. And the prayer number 43, I will write it down in the description box so you have it. You maybe want to write it too and have it in your, read it in the morning and in the evening and whenever you have any difficulties. Prayer 42 is named, Make me a lion of thy all-conquering wisdom. I, a lion-cub of the Divine Mother, found myself thrown into life among the sheep of human frailties, of fear, failure, and disease. Living long among them, I learned to bleat with weakness, forgetting my lion nature and its roars, which frighten away all pity, pestering sorrows. O Lion of Realization, thou didst drag me away from those bleating sheep to the mirror smooth waters of meditation. Now I know myself as the lion of cosmic power. I will bleat no more with fear, weakness, and suffering, for I roar now with vibrant, almighty power. O Lion of Immortality, roar through me, thine all-conquering power of wisdom. Beautiful for you, Leo. Don't forget you are a lion of the infinite power of wisdom. So get rid of all the fears, of all the restrictions, of all the weakness that is not serving you, that is keeping you small, and don't be afraid to grow, but please direct your energy toward a higher goal. Thank you, Leo, for watching. Please like my video and leave a comment if you want, and follow me because I will be doing monthly readings for 2020 as well. And if you want personal reading, I'll be happy to do one for you. You will find my email below. Thank you. Bye.